Hello everybody, and welcome back to Team Peach's Dog Training and Education. I'm John Pam, and I am the trainer and educator here at Team Peach's. I've been training dogs since 1969, and I presently live with 7 dogs, and 5 of them make up my team of Team Peach's, which is Peaches, Shay, Nikki, Daisy, and Prince. I have 2 new additions to my pack, so with that in mind, I would like to try to talk about trainers, the know-it-all trainers, the ones that say, I know everything there is to know and you have to do it my way or you're wrong. I work with nature. Nature teaches by adverse means, and our brains are set up in such a way where we can make that connection, action to reaction. Okay, and when I'm working with dogs, that's the way it is. Yes, no, on, off, light, dark. Allowed, not allowed. Safe, not safe. One moment. And good work, good job. So that is how people learn. Action and reaction. If you go after a rattlesnake, you're probably going to get bit. You will learn, if you survive it, never to do that again. One moment. I am talking to my dogs there, and if they ignore me, I will have to use a verbal correction, but I think they might be alright. Well, they're in a good mood, so maybe they'll get to playing again. And, dogs who, I work with a lot of traumatized dogs. I work with dogs who, are not very good companion animals. And also there's another one. Do you have a dog that actually fits your lifestyle and your personality? I've seen people get German Shepherds, and they are so far out of their league with the breed. Breed has a lot to do with it. Nature, the environment, how was the dog raised? What was the situation? There's a lot to be considered. So when I see trainers coming in and saying, they know everything there is to know about everything when it comes to dogs. Dude, man, you need to back up off of it. I have found that those folks sometimes have not a clue. They're convinced they do, but they don't. If I get into a situation, even with all my experience, that I'm not familiar with, I'm not going to pretend that I know something. I'm familiar with all kinds of training. But do I know how to train in every situation? No. I can't. I have seen gun dogs trained, but that's really not my forte. I've seen search and rescue dogs trained. It's fascinating to watch. And I probably could do it, but it's just not what I want to train for. Due to physical issues and back issues and being diabetic and several other things that is going on with me as I've gotten older, I just want to work with companion animals and animals that have been traumatized. It's calmer, it's more low-key most of the time, and it allows me to continue doing what I love to do, which is working with dogs. Now, previously, I could handle the bigger dogs jumping on me and things like that, but I'm 5 feet tall, and I am 68 years old as of at the time that this video is being made, and my skin is not quite as thick, so I'm easily scratched by comparison to what I used to be. Since I'm diabetic, it takes a long time for those scratches to heal. Major infections could kick in, and if you are diabetic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I have to look out for my own health as well as the dogs and the client. Now, let's continue with this video. So I have a really hard time when people come in and they just do this whole know-it-all thing. I mean, when you're going to go and check out a trainer, ask them what is their experience. Be very specific. What exactly is it that you do? How do you go about doing it? If they want to train your dog in a particular way, ask them, why are you could you explain to me why this would work over this other thing that I've seen? Don't be afraid to ask questions. If your trainer is offended or is put off by your questions, I suggest that you go and get another trainer. And then I think personally you're talking about ego. I could be wrong. I'm not sitting there with you. I'm not looking at a trainer that you're considering. But to me, that's just ego. The person who is taking your money and working with your dog and you, possibly your family, should be willing to tell you why they're doing what they're doing. So you may see a ZG doing this with the dog, but your dog is doing this thing over here that your trainer comes in and says, no, this won't work. Not for this type of dog. Ask them, could you please explain to me why? I saw this, but don't ever be aggressive with your trainer. Just simply be very cordial about it. Okay, well, I saw this trainer on the internet doing this. Would this work with my dog? Or do we need to look at something different? Be nice, and for those folks out there who think they know everything, I'm sorry you don't. When you go to your doctor, yes, your doctor may know a lot about the human body. That does not make them a neurosurgeon. That does not make them an orthopedic surgeon. That does not make them pediatricians. They have a good baseline, but they don't know everything there is to know. And the same thing applies with dog trainers. So be cautious when you go to hire a trainer. Ask lots and lots of questions. If they feel that the only way that they can work with the dog, now this depends on the circumstances, okay? Let me emphasize that. But generally speaking, if they feel the need that they always have to do a board and train, I would kind of question a little more about why they feel that's necessary. Trainers who do board and trains, they can do amazing stuff. But remember, you also have to teach the client, because they are the parent, they are the caretaker, they are the one that lives with that dog. So let me go ahead. I'm going to get ready to go see a brand new client here, like I said, in about a half hour. And I'm going to sign off as usual by saying, remember, if you don't train them, you can't blame them for having bad behavior. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, aloha from Hawaii.